Welcome guys, today I have for you a Myford model HPM. This machine is wired for 220 volts and we're just gonna dive right into it. First to start off, we'll do our hydraulics going for you. And we're gonna give a little attention to this control panel right now. So you see we have a couple different feed options, as this will be our manual, this will be our plunge, this will be our surface and this will be our plunge. These two switches right here is going to be which side you choose to feed on, whether it's left, right, or both. This is going to start your grinding wheel, which I will go ahead and start right now. That's our grinding wheel. This is to turn on our coolants with either the grinding wheel or our work head. And then lastly, this is going to be our ID spindle, which we won't touch just yet. This will also be our rotation for the work head as well. So with that being said, we're going to talk about the ID spindle. I'm just moving the head down just a little bit. So over here, this is going to be our ID spindle with a little knob right here that you can pull out, and you're good to drop down your head. Then you spin this down so it gets locked into place with the little key out back. There you go. So now we're locked into place. So the way that this works is you have to be in manual mode with a switch of these levers. Once you're in manual mode, you could go ahead and flip this switch right here for our ID spindle. Give me 1 second. Oh, my apologies. I was not in manual mode up here. So that's going to be our ID spindle for you. So just a reminder, everything has to be in manual mode. As you just saw me, I was over here in the surface grinding mode and it wouldn't turn on. So go ahead, turn that off for you. And then you just go ahead, bring it back up, and it locks right into place. So if you did want to do cross feed, if you wanted the table to go in and out while you had the ID spindle going, it's just a matter of pressing this lever right here over to the green. And you could also adjust your feed, how much you go in with this knob right there. And that is all going to be in manual mode. So we'll go ahead and switch it on over to an automatic mode for you, which is as simple as bringing this knob all the way up to this corner and then bringing this guy back over here. And you'll choose which one you'd like to do. So first we're just going to do our plunge cut because it's the quickest. Plunge, you don't really want the table to go back and forth. So when you're ready to do cycle, you'll go ahead and just push this lever forward. And you'll see right here that there's a little arrow that will show you your feed. I'll show you that in just 1 second. It's in the middle of its spark out. So you'll see this little lever go all the way back in, and then you're ready to start your cycle again. So once we hit this first arrow, you'll go down to a coarse feed, and then when that's done, you'll hit a fine feed, or spark out rather. So I'll let that finish up just one more time, and then I'll go ahead and show you our surface. Right here, you'll go ahead and flip this just upwards to this area, and it's going to be essentially the same thing. Go ahead and bring that down, and every time it hits either left or right, as I have it set up on the cabinet right now, you'll see our feed. Once we get down to the first arrow, you'll hit the fine feed, and then once that finishes up, you'll hit a spark out. So I'll let that go ahead for you. As you will see, there's two other knobs right here. This is going to be your feed rate for both your coarse and fine feed. I got them wide open for you right now, so it just runs quicker. While this is running, I would like to put some attention to the back right here, to this little knob. This is going to be your depth for your plunge. And basically what that does is you fiddle with this knob right here when you're in manual mode, and you could go ahead and adjust your depth as to where this would sit, whether you're at 30, 45, or 40, and I'll go ahead and demonstrate that in just a second. Right now we are in a fine feed, and in just a second, I'll go ahead and show you the little light that indicates spark out. Give it 1 second. Up here, there is this one knob. This is going to be your dwell. And the light just set on for our spark out timer. So this is our knob for it. You could bring it up, all the way up if we wanted to, or we could close it down, and then the machine stops. Everything will park itself. The head will turn off along with the grinding wheel right here. I will demonstrate for you the adjustment for this right here. As you can see right now, we're roughly at 20. And if I bring this lever down, the head comes forward, but it opens up this knob right here. Go ahead and unlock it, and now you're free to move this knob left or right in whatever direction. As you can see, when I flip this over, the feed is now different, all the way down to 25 as opposed to 20. So again, this will be the Myford, this will be the Myford HPM wired for 220 volts. Thank you very much.